Most parents who raise anxious children never shouted at them, never frightened them, never dismissed them. They loved them deeply. They tried hard. They were present. And yet, anxiety in children is at the highest level ever recorded. 1 in 5 children in the US now meets the clinical criteria for an anxiety disorder before the age of 12. The question researchers have been asking is not whether bad parenting causes anxiety. The question is whether completely normal, well-intentioned parenting does. The answer, confirmed across multiple studies published between 2023 and 2025, is yes. There are 5 specific habits that appear in loving, caring households. 5 things parents do every single day with the best intentions that the research now links directly to anxiety in children. None of them look like mistakes from the outside. That is exactly what makes them so important to understand. If any part of you worries you might be doing something that is affecting your child, hit like right now. It helps more parents find this video. And they need to see this. Hi, I am your host from Wise Parenting. Every video on this channel is built on what child psychology and brain science actually show. Not trends, not opinion. So you can raise a confident, emotionally secure child with the research on your side. Here are the 5 parenting habits that create anxiety in children. And after each one, I will give you the exact words to use instead. Number 1. Overprotection, and how keeping them safe teaches the world is dangerous. Every parent's instinct is to protect. When your child is nervous about something, a new situation, a new place, a new person, the most natural response in the world is to step in. Shield them. Remove the thing that is making them uncomfortable. It feels like love, because it is love. But here is what the research shows. A 2024 systematic review published in the Journal of Anxiety Disorders found a consistent link between parental overprotection and child anxiety. Specifically because overprotection sends the child's nervous system a very clear message. This situation is dangerous enough that your parent needed to rescue you. The child does not learn that they survived something hard. They learn that they needed saving. And the next time something uncertain appears, their nervous system has already been trained to expect danger. Think of it like a fire alarm that goes off every time someone makes toast. After enough false alarms, you stop trusting your own judgment about what is actually dangerous. That is what overprotection does to a child's internal threat system. It recalibrates it upward, so that ordinary uncertainty starts to feel like genuine danger. So when your child is nervous about something, resist the rescue. Instead, say, I know this feels uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is not the same as dangerous. Let's try it together and see what happens. You are not dismissing their fear. You are teaching their nervous system that discomfort is survivable. That is the foundation of a non-anxious child. Number 2, modeling anxiety and why hiding your worry does not work. Most parents who struggle with anxiety believe they are protecting their children by hiding it. They smile when they are nervous. They say, everything is fine, when it is not. They keep their worry private. This is one of the most loving things a parent tries to do. It also does not work. Research on what scientists call vicarious fear learning, published in Clinical Child and Family Psychology Review in 2025, shows that children do not learn anxiety from what parents say. They learn it from what parents do, from facial expressions, from body tension, from the quality of attention a parent pays to a situation. Children, particularly between the ages of 2 and 7, are extraordinarily accurate readers of parental emotional states. They do not need you to tell them you are worried. They already know. And when you say, "Everything is fine," while your body says something different, they learn something very specific. My feelings cannot be trusted. The adults around me are hiding something. The world must be more dangerous than they are admitting. It is like trying to convince someone a bridge is safe, while you hold the railing with white knuckles and cross it as fast as possible. The words say one thing. The body says everything else. And children believe the body every time. What to do instead? Let them see appropriate worry, handled well. Say, "I am feeling a little nervous about this too. And here is what I do when I feel nervous. I take a slow breath and remind myself I have handled hard things before. Want to try that with me?" You are not burdening them. You are showing them that anxiety is normal and that there is something you can do with it. That is one of the most powerful things a parent can ever model. If this is landing differently than you expected, that is the science doing its job. Subscribe to Wise Parenting so you never miss a video like this. We post every single week, and every video is built on research that most parents never get to see. Number 3, rescuing too quickly, and how helping in the wrong moment teaches helplessness. When your child struggles with a task, a social situation, a difficult emotion, your instinct is to help immediately, completely, to take the difficulty away as fast as possible. This is where it gets counterintuitive. Researchers studying frustration tolerance in children found that the sequence of wanting something, struggling to get it, and eventually succeeding, or learning to tolerate not getting it, is essential neural development. When parents interrupt that sequence too quickly and consistently, the child never builds the internal belief that they can handle difficulty. And that belief, "I can handle hard things," is the single most powerful protection against anxiety that exists. Imagine learning to ride a bike while someone holds the seat every single time you wobble. You might technically learn to pedal. But the moment they let go, terror, because you never experienced the wobble and survived it yourself. That experience of wobbling and not falling is the entire lesson. And rushing in too fast removes it. When your child is struggling, wait. Give them 60 seconds before you intervene. Watch for real distress versus productive effort. Then, if you step in, make it minimal. Say, "I can see you are working on this. What have you tried so far?" Not, "Let me do it." Not, "Here, like this." What have you tried so far? You are putting the agency back in their hands. That is where it needs to live. Number 4, catastrophizing language, and how preparing them for the worst creates a brain that expects it. Parents who worry about their children often try to prepare them. They mention what could go wrong. They walk through worst-case scenarios. They want their child to be ready for difficulty. What neuroscience now shows is that the developing brain does not file this as preparation. It files it as prediction. When a child hears, "Be careful, you might fall." What if no one talks to you? What if it goes wrong? Their amygdala, the brain's threat detection system, begins to treat those scenarios as probable rather than possible. Over time, a brain fed a steady diet of worst-case language develops a bias toward threat. It begins scanning for danger as its default. That scanning is what anxiety feels like from the inside. It is like setting your phone's weather app to always show storm warnings, regardless of the actual forecast. After a while, you stop going outside without an umbrella. You plan for rain that never comes. Your whole relationship with weather changes. Not because it changed, but because your information source kept telling you it was dangerous. Replace worst-case preparation with best-case anchoring. Instead of, what if it goes wrong? Say, what do you think is going to happen? What usually happens when you try something new? You are training the brain to look for evidence of safety rather than evidence of danger. That is not naive optimism. That is anxiety prevention built into daily conversation. Number 5, invalidating feelings, and how telling children not to feel anxious creates anxiety about anxiety. This one is the most common and the most well-intentioned. Your child is worried about something, and you say, "There is nothing to worry about. You are fine." That is not a big deal. Stop being so anxious. You are trying to reassure them, to take the feeling away, to replace it with calm. But research consistently shows that emotional invalidation, telling a child their feeling is wrong, does not reduce the feeling. It adds a second layer to it. Now the child is anxious, and they are also wrong for being anxious. And they are alone in it, because the person they needed to help them sit with it just told them it should not exist. This creates what psychologists call meta-anxiety. Anxiety about having anxiety. The feeling they could not handle in the first place now carries shame attached to it, which makes it significantly harder to process and move through. Imagine telling someone who is cold, "You should not be cold. It is not that cold in here." They are still cold. But now they also feel confused and dismissed. The temperature did not change. You just made the experience of it worse. When your child expresses anxiety, validate before you redirect. Say, "I hear you. That feeling makes sense. Let's figure out what to do with it together." 4 words carry the most weight here. That feeling makes sense. Not, you are right to be scared. Not, the world is dangerous. Just, your feeling is real and it makes sense that you have it. That validation alone has been shown to reduce the intensity of anxious feelings in children, because the child no longer has to fight their emotion at the same time as they experience it. They can just experience it and begin to move through. None of these 5 habits make you a bad parent. Every single one of them comes from love, from protection, from wanting your child to be okay. What we are changing today is not the love. We are changing the delivery, so that the love reaches your child in a way their nervous system can actually use. Overprotection leads to, try it together. Modeling anxiety. Show them how you handle it. Rescuing too quickly. Ask what they have tried. Catastrophizing. Anchor to what usually happens. Invalidating feelings. That feeling makes sense. 5 small shifts, repeated often. That is the whole thing. Before you go, I want to ask you one specific question. Which of these 5 habits did you recognize in yourself? Number 1, overprotection. Number 2, modeling anxiety. Number 3, rescuing too quickly. Number 4, catastrophizing language. Number 5, invalidating feelings. Drop the number in the comments right now, just the number. You do not have to explain anything, just the number. Because knowing which one is yours is the first step to changing it. Subscribe to Wise Parenting for more videos like this, every week, built on the science that changes how you parent from the inside out. And next week, we are covering something that surprises every parent who hears it. The 7 phrases that the research shows build the most anxiety in children. And what to say instead. You will not want to miss that one. I will see you there.